This is one of Texas' most loved comfort foods, but it's spaghetti with chicken, cheese and soup. As a British family, we've never seen anything like this before. And honestly, it doesn't sound like it should work. But millions of Americans swear by it, so today we're making chicken spaghetti for the very first time. Is this a hidden comfort food masterpiece, or one of the strangest dishes we have ever tried? We genuinely have no idea how this is going to turn out. Welcome back to Mr. H and Friends. I am David. This is Nikita, and this little tornado in the background is Alyssa.
Now this one kept on coming up in the comments, and I've never heard of chicken spaghetti before, but apparently it is a comfort dish. So is this gonna be a comforting dish for us Brits? We've got some chicken that I did cut into strips yesterday. We just need to season this chicken nicely now. And we're gonna be seasoning it today just with salt, pepper, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. We've got our oil over here heating on medium-high heat, and we're just going to add our chicken and sear it on all sides. Now I believe chicken spaghetti started back in places like Texas, places in the South, and it was a kind of dish that you would take to potlucks or family gatherings. But there is some controversial parts of this and how people make it. So some people may use rotisserie chicken or leftover chicken, but I was just excited to try this one, so that's why we've gone for fresh chicken breasts today. Okay, we're just going to remove our chicken that is all nicely seared. Got to say that Italian seasoning does smell quite fragrant and really tasty. Just going to melt our butter and get up some of this fond on the bottom of the pan. Okay, into the butter we're going to add a chopped onion. We're just going to cook that until softened. Things are about to get more fragrant because we're adding some garlic. This does already feel like a really nice dish. I'm going to say a pasta dish because that's what I want to call it. But let me know, what would you class this as? Because I've seen some things that call it a bit more like a casserole. Okay, we're just going to go, I was going to say we're just going to go for a minute, but that garlic hit my nose and it smells good. Add some flour, coat all those onions, and just cook this for a further couple of minutes. And while that's doing, I'm going to add a key ingredient. So I've got some boiling salted water over here. Okay, we're going to go in and add some chicken broth, but sometimes I know that there are recipes with condensed chicken soup or mushroom soup, so let us know in the comments, what do you prefer? Do you prefer this with a broth or a soup base? And I guess if you've got the soup, that's kind of where the casserole vibes might come from. Okay, to our roux, we're going to be adding a little bit of milk. And we're going to keep whisking it to prevent any lumps from forming. It actually looks like a great base for a soup. You guys come up with some of the best recipes. I think this has got all the elements of being a comforting dish. We've got cheese, we've got milk, we've got pasta. What more could you want? This recipe asks us to use cream cheese. So I guess it's the cream cheese with the broth instead of the condensed soup that some recipes have. And we're just gonna stir that in and try to get it nice and smooth. Okay, that's looking good, nice and smooth. There's only a few little bits left to go in. And we're just gonna let this cool down a little bit before we're gonna add in some more cheese, some cheddar cheese. Okay, more cheese is good with me. So we're sprinkling of cheddar. So we've got a cup going in here. Next up, we've got some diced tomatoes going in. The recipe does say that you can use rotel for this because the chili peppers give a nice contrast. I'm not going to use rotel today, one because we don't readily have it available over here, but the main point is I want Alana to enjoy it and I don't want her to complain that it's a bit spicy, bless her. Now, I've got one more thing to add into this before we add the spaghetti, which is that chicken. It looks incredible. I've diced it into bite-sized pieces. Yum, yum. Okay, and now for the spaghetti. This looks so good. This is an American meal and we're not quite finished with the cheese because we need some mozzarella now. A cup of mozzarella sprinkled across the top. Oh my gosh, this is going to be divine. Right, this is going into the oven for 15 minutes uncovered. that this chicken spaghetti pairs nicely with garlic bread and a simple little side salad, but let us know, how would you serve yours?
That's smelling pretty damn good. That is some good looking southern cooking right there.
Now, I've survived the cooking part of this, wearing a white t-shirt, but I don't think I'm going to survive the taste test, so...
I think you might have outdone yourself here. This looks epic.
It was giving good cheese pull, wasn't it, earlier? But it's like when you get that topping off, you can't kind of see the cheese pull anymore. Are you looking? That's damn tasty. So you can really taste the Italian herbs in there. We've seasoned it with a bit of parsley and the red pepper flakes. I know that if you would have used a rotel in it, you would have got that deeper chili flavour, but please tuck in.
Oh. Okay, right, Piggy.
You want some garlic bread?
That's cream. Cream, 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 smooth. The chili flakes coming through. Beautiful. That is so smooth and creamy.
That's really good, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm getting the garlic as well. It's just lovely little elements and different flavours and layers that you're getting right there.
This is like a southern dish. It's not an Italian dish. Has it got like Italian heritage to it, or?
I don't know, it might be one of those things that the immigrants brought it over. I don't know the history behind this chicken spaghetti. I just know that it's meant to be a comfort food, and what do you reckon? Comforting?
Really comforting. So tasty. You can really taste the Italian seasoning. Nothing is too overpowering, if that makes sense.
No. It's certainly not mellow in the flavours, but they just all pair really nicely together, don't they? And they're very complementary. So it just does feel kind of nice and creamy and cheesy and smooth. And then you get a little bit of a hit of the chili flakes in there.
That's beautiful, isn't it? It's like a journey. From like, where did she,
I gave her
Oh, right, I'm going to say. I was like, how did you get one of them?
No, I gave her a bit of garlic bread.
This is epic. It's like a story from the very, very first time it touches your lips. And it's slow release of different flavours. Smooth. Tasty. Italian herbs. And you get a nice little kick at the end. So, And then kick at the end, it's like, that is epic.
This is going to be, I think, one of those that's on regular rotation in our house, because I know it took me a while, but if I would take a shortcut version of this, I think it would be a quick, easy meal to make midweek. I'm going to kick off a rating with this one. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think the only thing that could perfect this a little bit better was if the chicken was a little bit more seasoned, because I'm finding, even though there's nice flavours in there, and I did season the chicken, might not have seasoned it enough, but I tried to hold back a little bit on the pepper. Sometimes I just find the chicken can let it down a little bit, but it's really, really strong. I mean, I'm just picking faults. It probably should be a 10. What would you go for?
I can't pick any faults. That is so tasty. We've tasted a lot of things in the past, haven't we? I think that is probably one of the best spaghetti dishes I've ever had. And I mean that, I'm not just saying that, it's so tasty. It's the creaminess of it all. That's what gets me. There's a lot going on, but it's not too complex. I'm not like going, oh, what's going on? I'm like, I can taste everything beautifully. And that little burn at the end is outstanding. So for me, easy 10 out of 10.
Let's find out what Alana thinks. What do you think?
10 out of 10.
What do you think of your garlic bread, Alyssa? Okay.
If you enjoyed this video and value what we do, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And all that leaves this little British family to say is...
Take care.
God bless.
And see you on the next video.